What's going on, brothers? It's Let Me Tell You the name. Got a video for you. It's entitled Inflicted, Part 17. Here goes. So, once again, disaster struck over the holidays. And these femcells, all these ditch pigs, and all these chicken shits who flap their chicken wings all the live long day about what men should do for women, they all shut the fuck up when that cold hit this country. The water pipes had busted, the power went out, and they all shut the fuck up. That lets you know that this whole boss bitch mentality is fluff. It's bullshit, it's an act. And it's really sad that that had to happen, because I've heard that about the death toll, especially in Buffalo, New York. I heard that one woman was stuck in her car. She was NC native. She had moved to New York, and she was stuck in her vehicle for 18 hours, and she froze to death. There were women who were asking men for help. You know, the very same men that they have called pigs, this, that, and the third. They were asking them for help. You know, the guys who were invisible, the average Joes. And a lot of them were just sending them their own way, telling these women to figure it out. And we said that was coming, didn't we? We told them that that day was going to come. I mean, they chased all the men off, and now they're suffering the consequences. And I really don't give a fuck, because their calamity was self-inflicted. Their calamity was all self-inflicted. You don't get to disenfranchise 4 generations of men. You don't get to run them out of higher education. You don't get to falsely accuse them of sexual misconduct and then turn around and ask them for help because of a natural disaster. That's not how this shit works. That's never been how it works. You see, reality is cruel. And reality does not go away just because these individuals, these ditch pigs, refuse to accept it. You see, they can fake the funk all they want, but when it all boils down to it, all of their hubris, all of their tough talk about being strong and independent, doing this and that and the third, doing them all bad by themselves, it's just talk. I mean, it's really sad, it's really unfortunate, but their calamity was self-inflicted. It's all self-inflicted, and I'm going to say this. This year is drawing to a close. 2023 will be a rough year, but for you brothers out there who have prepped for it and have planned for it, you'll be able to weather the storm. But not these trollops. Especially not certain hoochies who have ran most of the men off and are now scapegoating the very same men who were invisible to them. They just can't stop lying. But they're going to wear those consequences. They're going to wear those consequences whether they like it or not. You see that aside from SYSBM, aside from Mgtow, one of the most hated groups right now is the Passport Brothers, or the Blue Book Gentlemen, depending on where you are in this country or in other countries. They're the most hated and the most feared because those brothers are talking to average brothers and brothers who are really serious about just buying a passport and leaving this matrix. They don't like that. And one of these hoochies who talks too much pretty much came flat out and said what most of these hoochies were thinking. You see, she doesn't like these brothers, but she doesn't want any other women to have them. Translation, she's a crab in a fucking bucket. A creature of filth. Like most of these male hyenas and bitch-made simps who also jumped on the bandwagon of bashing and demonizing and falsely accusing brothers who have bought passports. You see, we were their last option. Their cleanup man, and we're leaving. So much so that even that caricature of humanity is getting nervous that brothers are leaving. I'm like, why the fuck do you care? These men are invisible to you. The truth is, they care because their safety net is evaporating before their very eyes. And they've earned that. That's the end result of them chasing all of the men off. That's the end result of them voting on a regular basis to take money away from high-value men. Why do you think those 2,000 millionaires left New York City? Left New York. Why do you think they left? They left because the feminist nuts and the femcells up there drove them off. They drove them away. So they said, fuck it, I'm out of here. You better get used to that. You better get used to it. And understand that the whole thing was self-inflicted. Self-inflicted. You see, earlier this year, they like to forget what they've done. They like to forget that they mocked Kevin Samuel's death. They like to forget that the reason why there's a sperm shortage is because they push to get rid of anonymity. And some of these same hoochies, these same individuals, have the nerve to get mad at you because you won't donate sperm to create more broken families. And not only are they mad at you, even the bitch-made simps, the boomer simps are mad at you. The boomer simps are mad at you because you don't want to work hard to be poor. Well, they can go fuck themselves too. Life is tough when you're stupid. They're feeling the sting right now. And that's going to continue. You brothers out there worth your salt. You brothers have ICs to hear. Keep your head on silver during these perilous times. It's going to continue to get rough. But if you've prepped for it, you can weather the storm. But these hoochies, these femcells, these ditch pigs, not so much. They're hurting. And they're reaping what they've sown. Continue to block, ignore, ghost. Continue to master your life again and perfect it, brothers. That is my message to you. Do that. This is Mgtow. So I got for you. If you like this video, like this bad series and commentary, feel free to subscribe. If you're doing it, visit my channel. You find a tip jar on the upper right inside the screen. This is your icon. Alright, fam. Alright, brethren. You know the drill. You know what you can go either way. SYSPM. As for these ditch pigs, these boomer simps, these creatures of filth who have a problem with what we say and how we say it, The ones who don't like us but don't want us to leave, give them nothing. This has been Mgtow PSA. Welcome to state. See you soon.